guys, MUR-LOCK 68 here. Hope everybody's doing well. In this video today, talk about a few things. One of which is including a failed inaugural attempt with my brand new KW5 LIshi. So because of that failed attempt, I'll explain that in a second. I'm now going to have to do this video and explain to you what my goals are for this one. This is the KWickset that you just saw. I called it the stray KWickset number 2 with the security pins in it and so on and so forth that I did in the last video. So in the video failure that just occurred, I put this brand new LIshi, which was used for the first time, in this lock to do the inaugural picking, to see what it would do with the LIshi as far as the security pins. So the time of the open was approximately 8 minutes it took me to get into it with this LIshi. It's a KW5, which means it's for 6-pin. This is a 5-pin lock, so there were some adjustments to get used to there, but anyway, the open was in and around 8 minutes. And of course, when I looked up, I wasn't even recording, so I'm not happy about it. So what I did was I took the time and attempted to learn this lock again to see if I could get better understanding and not only better understanding, excuse me, my throat, quicker times, and see where I was going wrong. As I've mentioned before, if you haven't used the LIshi, and you know, I'm quite new to the LIshi, but the KW5, this is the first attempt. So what I did was I came up with some opens a lot quicker than 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and so on and so forth. And then I stopped and I said, okay, well, I'm going to do something that I've never really done before. Let me study the key. Let me have a look at this key and see if I could use this key to get some better times. So we're looking at a key that has a 53662 bidding. So I said to myself, okay, I know where I kind of went wrong. I have to stay away from pins 3 and 4 were my thoughts. So I tried to put that into play and still was getting opens, but not opens, as we say, not opens at will, being able to open it when I want to open it. So I finally figured out 2 scenarios, 2 different pin combinations that would get me opens under 10 seconds. 10 seconds. So I'm going to try to demonstrate those for you now. And because of my camera angle, you'll have to take my word as to what pin I'm on. And I'll try to demonstrate both pin scenarios and explain why one is a little bit harder than the other, but in this case, because it's practice, when I say harder than the other, one's like an 11-second open and one is like a 6-second open, and there's a reason for it. So the first thing I want to demonstrate with this being, you will see hopefully, if I can get focus, that the LIshi has not entered the lock fully. That's for 2 reasons. This is a 6-pin LIshi. This is a 5-pin lock. Now, if it had been a 6-pin with 6 chambers with 1 left open, this still would have fit in all the way. So because it doesn't fit in all the way, pin number 1 is completely dead. You guys can see it. There's nothing because it doesn't exist. It's outside the lock. So 2 will, for the purpose of the demonstration, pin marking 2 will be 1, 3 will be 2, and so on and so forth. So when I get to 6, that's actually pin 5 because it's sticking out 1 pin. So hopefully I've explained that clearly. And like I said, if this was actually a 6-pin lock, this would have went in all the way regardless of whether or not chamber 6 was pinned up for use. So the first combo I came up with, which should be under a 10-second open, put a little tension on this, so bear with me. You know, this is being done under pressure, obviously, and you guys will obviously note the time. Unfortunately, I don't have a timer. So the first combination I came up with, and I'll start it right now, was a click on pin 3, go over to 6, which is pin 5, and come up with 2 clicks there, and then go back and get the open on pin 1. Okay, and I'll demonstrate that scenario again. So that should have been under 10 seconds. Okay, so again, pin 2 on the LIshi is 1, 3 is 2, 4 is 3, 5 is 4, and 6 is 5. I know it's confusing, but remember, it's sticking out because the lock body is not long enough. So I'm going to do that one again, and then I'll demonstrate the second scenario where I got the lock open and why it was just a little more difficult than this one. I found this one to be the fastest. So we'll do it again. We're going to come up to pin 2. I'm starting with pin 2, sorry. So pin 2, which is 3 on here. Okay, give me my first, let me just start that again. Okay, get my first click, come over to 6, get 2 clicks, and then come back, and I'm open. Okay, that was the first scenario, and you can see I can do it at will. Now the second scenario. I don't know why I looked for a second scenario. I think I did because when you the tendency when you learn a specific lock, I don't think that's a good idea, because it can throw you off if your plan doesn't go according to the numbers, so to speak. So this time you can see that we're locked. I'm going to start off at pin 6, which is pin 5 in the lock. Okay, I'm going to come up with 2 clicks, 1, 2, then I'm going to go to pin 2, and this is why I found this combo a little harder. It's because of the counter rotation. I've got to go a little deeper and then go to pin 1, and I'm open. So I found that to be about 3 seconds more, and I'll do that one again. So we're locked. So I'm starting at pin 5 this time. So 2 clicks, 1, 2, gives me the deep false set. Pin 2 gives me huge counter rotation, and I finish it off with pin 1. It's the same open, just different combination. I hope that I've explained that well. I did the best I could, especially under pressure. And the last thing I'm going to do, and it's just for the purpose of demonstration, keeping it real, I'm going to gut it so there's no confusion or anybody thinking that there's no pins inside this thing. So I will gut that. And yeah. So the first, like I said, the initial open, without studying the key or anything like that, was 8 minutes, roughly. And I don't know what the hell happened to my camera. Well, it is what it is. So I took that opportunity to study this lock a little bit and come up with what I thought would be the easiest way, but not only the easiest way, to get it, to be able to do it, as I said, at will, which I demonstrated there, and then I demonstrated both pin combinations that I used. And okay, so there's the 6 key pins. Okay, all standards, if you guys remember. Like I said, I'm gutting it just for the purpose of the demonstration. There's always a naysayer out there somewhere, so I don't mind gutting it to show you that there's no trickery involved, just time, effort, and hopefully you guys enjoy this video. That's pin 2, which is a spool. Let me just get pin 1 out for you, if I can. Yeah, there's pin 1 with a steel spring. Got a serrated in 3. Just get that spring out. In 4, we've got the spool that has the 1 sharp end. The copper spring. So this is what you saw in the last video when I SPP'd it. And remember, I achieved these results through time and studying the key. So, you know, different scenario, definitely different outcome. There's the pins, as you guys can see. And again, the key as I outlined for you. Maybe sorry about that, guys. Don't know why it doesn't want to focus. So there you go. So like I said, you're dealing with 5, 3, 6, 6, and a 2 on the end. Hopefully you enjoyed that video, guys. It's still the KW5 brand new. And a little demonstration on that rebuilt 5-pin Quickset with the security pins in it. Patience, practice, perseverance. Thanks for your support, guys. Stay well.